Okay, I'm driving down the road here, and I got a lot of time to think because I got a 2-hour trip to M&M Weaver out in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. So anyways, I had a little Facebook discussion with, some so-called friends of mine, well, friends of mine on Facebook, so-called friends, people I knew years ago, and they have these opinions that differ from mine, which, we live in America still, so that's okay. But the opinion is that I have an opinion that is, if you work hard, you get what you need. You work hard, you make money, you can buy a new truck, a new car, a new house, you can save some money, you can go on a vacation, and you can save enough that when you're old and you can retire, you have enough to live to the end of your days. Okay. His opinion is that you work hard, and the opinion of others in his friend's circle is you work hard so other people don't have to. We recently had an election here in New Jersey, and it was Steve Lonigan and the thug Cory Booker. Well, Cory Booker is the giver. The giver. The people that vote for him are the takers. Steve Lonigan, not the most articulate guy. I mean, he wants to shut down a lot of these ridiculous programs of that the givers are implementing and carrying out. The problem is that the takers, i.e. welfare and abusive permanent disability recipients, permanent disability if you are truly disabled and cannot do anything, which I do still have a problem with, because I don't think that people should be permanently disabled. I think if you are disabled in an accident and you lose your leg or your arm or your 2 legs or 2 arms or whatever the hell it is, there is still something you can do. Technology today is great, and I mean great. There's a lot of things that people can do with no hands, no arms, no feet, no legs, whatever. They don't have to sit there and suck off the tits of the government or the working hard or the makers. There's 3 classifications of people in my book. You have givers, takers, and makers. I'm a maker. I make a living. I pay taxes, and I live my life, law-abiding citizen, and I am watching my rights and liberties being taken away from me in protest. I don't agree with gun laws. I think that the only gun law is the Second Amendment. The right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Glad that it's only those few words in that amendment, but because the lawyers that run our country would tear it apart and say, you know what, that's not really what they meant. They meant for hunting. Well, that's not what they meant. But anyways, givers and takers. Takers will always vote for givers. They just will. Because if somebody gives you something, you're going to like that person and you're going to want them to continue to give you something. Makers don't like givers. They just don't, because they're taking what I'm making and giving it to the takers. Takers suck. Because takers, once they're on in the program or in the system, will continue to take until the makers get so sick and tired of it that they shut down the institution that is givers that is giving it, because we can no longer do this by voting. Voting is set against makers, because there are more takers than there are makers, and the givers know this. So, like the amnesty thing, illegal aliens will become takers if the givers give them amnesty. Makers don't want illegal aliens in our country. We'll want to round them up, put them on a bus, a boat, or an airplane, and ship them back to wherever it is they came here illegally. If you come here legally, work here, be proud of being here, and become a maker. Welfare program should not be a career choice. The welfare program should be a re-education. If you need to take government assistance, in order to receive it, you need to be enrolled into some re-education program which will make you a maker instead of a taker. The current system is the takers will always be takers. They will make more takers by having sex and creating children and then we have to pay for not one taker but 3 takers or 2 takers, because the more takers that you produce, the more the givers will give you. So this is just a silly rant, and probably, you know, a very simple way of explaining that the welfare system is broken. The government has figured out how to get votes very easily. Well, I shouldn't say the government. The givers of the government have figured out how to get votes very easily, and that is to just keep giving to the takers and tax the makers to the point where they're just about ready to break. Like small businesses that can't pay their taxes, well, they got to go out of business, and then they become takers, you know, for a while anyway, because most people that have a small business will not just stop having a small business. They will go out and find something else to do, whether it's their own small business or somebody else's small business that they'll work for. But anyway, eventually the takers, the rug is going to be yanked out from underneath the takers. The givers are going to be like, uh-oh, what are we going to do? And then the takers are going to riot, and the makers are going to have to defend everything that they've made out of their life, because the takers are going to riot and want to take it because it's been given to them. They're like hogs at the trough. Once the slop is gone, they start chewing off ears and tails. You know this, if you are a maker, you know this to be true. Takers always want more and more and more. Makers want more and more, but the givers keep taking more and more from the makers. So anyways, if you understand the riddles that I've been talking in, you know, comment, rate, and subscribe to this channel, and enjoy your day.